Welcome, Mr. Mead's class, to Friday, November 22nd, Day A. Hope you're having a great day. We are currently looking at finishing our Suez Canal notes, as I fix a typo. What I need you to do is make sure that you have answer 20, question 20 answered correctly. So in this, there'll be a 6-day war link. This should take you to our school Britannica website, and you're just going to scroll down until you find the 6-day war. Notice there are a lot of Arab-Israeli conflicts. So 1967, 6-day war. Essentially the rundown is Syria, Egypt fighting one another. Syria and Israel fighting one another. Syria asks Egypt to support them. Egypt obliges. Egypt builds a force on the Sinai Peninsula, meanwhile cutting off Israel's route to the Strait of Tiran, which Israel then has no access to the sea, so they can't really escape anywhere because Syria has them landlocked against the Mediterranean, and the Strait of Tiran allows them to get out. So this ends up being a little bit of an issue. So instead of telling Egypt to back off, Israel attacks Egypt without Egypt really attacking them, and results in a 6-day skirmish, a war in which Israel takes all of the Sinai Peninsula all the way up to the Suez Canal. Egypt, worrying that the Suez Canal is going to be overtaken by the Israelis, sinks a bunch of ships in there so the Israelis can't put their gunboats in there and fire in on Egypt, thus creating basically a giant pool that nobody can use. And for 8 years it shut down, and it cost Egypt $2 billion. So this is a very costly war for Egypt to get into. So that's the first thing I want you to look at. Make sure you have those kind of points written down. Secondly, check your answers to your Suez Canal document before you turn it into the gold basket. All right. So you're going to check this by clicking on this link here. All right, let's see if it works. No, there we go. All right, so you're going to click on this. It's going to take you to our All Pages North Africa Middle East section, and you'll notice right down here it has Suez Canal answers. I'm going to click on that, and it will actually give me the sheet that has the answers to it. So double check your answers, make sure you add anything that you need to add, and go from there. Thirdly, once you finish that, you're going to do some chapter 17.1 and 17.2 notes out of the book. Very straightforward. This will be at the back of the classroom, or it's already been handed out to you. One of the two. It's on pages 618 and 625 right there. All right. Make sure you put your name, period, date on it. Explain to me what the Fertile Crescent is, what a rain shadow is, what an aquifer is, who the Drules are, and who the Alawites are. Conflicts over water. How has water caused controversy in the region? Answer that. Now, 17.2 is the history of Israel and its neighbors. Agriculture, profit, ethics, anti-Semitism, Zionism. What are some of the reasons for conflicts between the Jewish people and the Arab people? So this is just going to start our conversation with the conflicts that are in and within the region. So with that being said, the last reminder is to make sure that you get your choke points documents submitted. That's your homework, and so is turning in your Suez Canal notes to the gold basket with your name and period number on them. If you get finished with all of that, we do have Middle East maps which you can start to work on. So notice there is pictures of the Middle East. What you're going to have to figure out here is, here's Egypt. Okay, our Suez Canal comes through here. Here's the Sinai Peninsula. Here's Israel. So there's a lot of different things going on in this map. You got to know that this is the Mediterranean. This is the Red Sea. And so once you understand what those points are, you can start coloring in different things. Now, the things you need to put on the map are here. If you don't get to the map, that's fine. That's what we're going to work on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Remember, morning classes, you do not have me on Monday as we're going on the STEM field trip. But I will see most of you on Tuesday prior to Thanksgiving break. So have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being such a wonderful class. And please make sure you get those two things turned in. And have a great weekend.